Hey, welcome back to the Woodyard. My name's Bill. This is Pirate Solutions Forestry. Follow up to yesterday. Sorry, it's kind of windy. Follow up to yesterday's video. If you didn't watch it, watch it. Where we went through servicing the mill and putting on new belts and adjusting everything. I did have to make some adjustments this morning. I did tighten up the belt a little more. I did have to make a ceramic adjustment again. I did have to make a tracking adjustment again. Same band, same everything. The adjustments seem to make a little bit more sense than yesterday having to adjust that band all the way in. These adjustments made way more sense. So it seems like it's running really good right now. The band's nice and level. Everything's clearing, so we're pretty much good to go. I'm running, like I said, the same band as yesterday. So this is where we are with this cut order here. I'm up to 131, I believe. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 20 stacks. And I think it's 31 or 32. So that's 120, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 32. 132 boards. I need 48 more. And I've been calculating out what exactly I can do. And I can either grab a monster log. You can't really see it right now because everything's in the way up there. But I do have a monster up top. I've also got a monster back here, in the back here. So I could go with a monster and try to fill this out. However, I just got in this log 16.6, and it's got this big crook in it, right dead at 8'3" from both ways. So that red line is 8'3". That's right where the crook is in the log. So this side's significantly bigger if you look at it. And this side is nice and straight and smaller. If you break it into two halves, they're both pretty straight, symmetrical logs, except for that chunk in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buck it off right there at 8'3", mill 2 logs, and I believe that's going to give me enough to fill the whole order. Matter of fact, I'm pretty much sure of it. What I needed really was 2 18-inch diameters. That one's significantly bigger on one end, and it's over 18 on the small end. So that's going to camp me out, I think, a little over 12. So I'll end up with 2 cants that I can take 6-inch 1x6s out of. So that looks like the way to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buck that in half. I'll probably put you guys on pause, get one of them on the mill. Mill's all ready to go, and then mill that one apart. I won't do the flitches. We'll just buck it into a cant, blow the cant in half into 2 12s, mill that out, and then probably go on to a part 2 of this video for the second part of the log. We'll see how it goes time-wise. But right now I'm going to buck that thing in 2. So I'm running 372, the new 372. This is a 2018 old stock 372. I'm going to buck it in half. Hopefully it doesn't roll over on my feet. This log is probably going to move when I buck it in half. We'll see. I'll keep an eye on the kerf as I come down because I think this side's going to want to roll off. So we'll see what happens. I know that this is going to mess with the noise canceling, but at least if it rolls off on me, you'll be able to see it. It's definitely going to roll. Hey, nice. Perfect. Didn't roll. So I think we're good to go there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw you guys I'm going to put you guys on pause, get one of those 8'3" up on the mill, and we'll go to town. Hopefully, the good part is that what I didn't want to do is I didn't want to throw a monster up here that I had to turn with the machine and everything else. These I'll be able to turn by hand. I should be able to rip through them pretty quick, and then it's going to rain like the next 4 days. So I want to get this done today, and then while it's raining out, I'll probably run these this order. Now those are just covers up on top. If you see those up there, just keeping them out of the sun. What I'll probably do is run these to her during the rain. I might do it in 2 parts. I was going to put it all in my truck, but it's going to weigh over 2,000. I do have Hellwig springs in this. I towed my 10,000-pound Bobcat with it. You can see the Hellwig spring package down here. So I don't have any doubt that I could haul 2,000, but I think it'd just be easier if I took it in a couple of parts. The problem is I've already quoted her on delivery, so I'm kind of screwing myself to do it in 2 parts, but it'll be easier. So I'm going to put you guys on pause and get this thing up on the mill, and we'll take it from there. Get you guys a good view over here, and we will be able to see how, with the new adjustments and everything, how this thing runs. So I'll pause you guys up. Next time you come back, one of those logs will be up on the mill. All right, so we get it up on the mill. I'm about 22 and a half to the top on both sides. The pith is a little off center. I was gonna try to center the pith, but it's off center in the log. So what I did was I just lined up the top, and the other part of this is that at 8'3", it's just barely hanging on both bunks. So this could be a pain in the ass when I go to turn it. It could try to slide off the bunks. Let's hope it doesn't. But I think my first cut's going to be right around 21. And we'll see how that does. One of the other reasons that I chose this log is it's pretty clean. So I'll make my first cut at 21. We'll take some measurements, and once again, in the same fashion, if I have a 6-inch wide flat, I'll take a 1-inch flitch off it, then probably flip it over, and we'll see how big a cant we can get out of it, and then take it from there. So hopefully everything's going good with the mill, and make sure my water's on. Yep, my water's on. I'm gonna warm it up. You're gonna get some noise canceling shit when I fire this up. I think I have enough fuel in this to do this, so we'll find out. And we'll see how this thing cuts. So, and I got an announcement or something to tell you guys about too afterwards. Let's get this thing up to like 21. Let's see what this looks like. Give myself a little less adjustable guide there. Still pretty clear. Give myself a little less adjustable guide there. Still looks kind of clear. Let's try it right there and see what that cuts out like. I almost think I need to come a little lower. Let's try 20 and a half. Let's try it right there. It looks like my adjustable guide is going to clear. Trying to get some water flowing. There you go. Nope. Come on, water. Come on, water. So I know I don't have a 1x6 in this, so I'll take it off. So I'm at 20 and a half. Let's see what we're looking like here. So I barely got 6 inches here. I'm still going to come down. There's definitely not a 1x6 in this. If there is, it's barely a 1x6. And it's a little bit wavy right here through these couple of knots. Cut nice and flat through there. I might try to come down a 1/2 inch, see if I can get a better cut on it. So come down to 20, and then maybe I can take a flitch. I got to get some better water flowing too. I got to pour some more water to it. All right, I'm going to try and take a nice slow pass here, try and clean this up. And that smoothed it out a lot. Still got a teeny little wave right here. Going way too slow. Did not like going slow. I'm going to go down to 18 7/8, take a pass, see if I can put a little bit more heat on it here. I was at 20 and a half. No. See where I was there. Oh, that was at 20, 18 7/8, like I said. If I end up in a situation where this band's not cutting great, I will change it out. But right now, that was a pretty good pass right there. Came out pretty smooth. One flitch to cut up. You can definitely get a 1x6 out of that. Yeah, the waves cleaned out. As soon as we evened out the cutting forces, the waves cleaned up. So you're trying to keep this band in this width engaged, and when it was really narrow down here, the cutting forces were kind of weird. Right now it's nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. No waves in it. Perfect. So that worked out great. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over. Hopefully it doesn't fall off the bunks. Try to get ourselves to something. Our goal is for a 12-inch cant here, and we'll see how that goes. All right, so I'll take this side off it. Just make sure it's up against the bunk or up against the stop. There's one little piece of mud on it here. One little piece of mud here. Probably clean that up really quick. I want to get the biggest cant that I can. Right now on the small end, I've got 15 across. So that's pretty good. That's kind of what we were expecting out of, let's see, 22-inch log. So 20 would be a 14. Yeah, it's kind of what we're expecting. Somewhere around 16-inch cant. 15, 14, 15, 16. I can tell you right now, it's not going to be 16 because of this low spot right here. So maybe 14. Anything over 12 is good. If we get a 12-inch cant out of this, which we should be able to, no problem, then we're gold on this log. That we really need 12 and 11/8. So we need 12. We need 13 and 3/8. If we can get 13 and 3/8 one way, we're perfect. Then we can get 12 out of each side. 24 1x6s out of this. So we need 13 and 3/8 is what we're looking for. So I can go ahead and measure up right now and make a mark just as a guide. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be able to get that no problem. 13 and 3/8. So if we could get 13 and 3/8, it doesn't look like that's a problem, but I'll keep that mark on there as a guide. Because if I can get 13 and 3/8, then we're great. Then it means that I can cut it in half. I can take a 1-inch board off one side and size it to 12 1/8, then cut it in half and get an even number of 1-bys out of it the other way. So we're going to come up to just looking here. I don't know which side to measure off. That's going to be better, but it's going to be somewhere around 16. I might try to see what 17 looks like and then take it at 16. My adjustable guide's a little tight right there. Oh, I do not have this dog down either. Dog this down. Probably don't even need to dog it down at this point, but go ahead and do it anyway. So let's see what that cuts out like. 17. Looks clear. It's kind of what I thought was going to happen. That would be a little low, a little high. We'll come down to 16. I am getting a little rubbing in my band right now. It's hitting somewhere. It's just come down to 16. That's not going to hurt us. Get my adjustable guide sitting there. And my bunk is back in my clutch. Yeah, it was not low enough. It was not low enough again. So I have to come down to at least 15. I'm not gaining anything here by doing it either. I still got about 2.5 inches clear to my 12 and 3/8 marks, which is good. Try to 15. Hopefully this is going to give us a 6-inch wide flat spot. And it does if there is wind shake in it. Alright, so I'm at 15, and come down to 13 and 7/8, take another pass. We're still clear of our mark, so we're still good. I'm just going to try and give myself as much room as I can. So there's 13 and 7/8. This will give us a 1-inch board. The band seems to be cutting pretty true. Seems to be cutting nice and flat so far. It's making a little bit of noise, but it's cutting flat. I'm still above my drop dead point on that 13, I think it was 13 and 3/8. What 13 and 3/8 is it's a 12-inch cant. If I want 12 boards, I need 11/8 in kerf. Oh man, I cut through something. Holy shit, what the hell is that? I want to show you this. I don't know what that is. It's not metal, but there's something in the log. It's kind of interesting. I've never seen anything like this before. You get to see something cool. Look at that. It's plastic, I think. It's not metal, it's plastic in the tree. And it's square. That's interesting. Looks like the wind shake's gone there. I'm going to try and dig this out. This could be kind of cool for a video. See what it is. I don't know if I can dig it out or not, but I'll try. And it's not going to come out. No, it's not going to come out. It is plastic. Huh, that's kind of interesting. Hopefully it's not some sort of weird insulator or something. But anyway, I think what we're going to do now is we're going to flip this thing on its side. You just see I got 13 and 3/4 right now. So that's good. We'll leave it there. I have 12 inches on my narrowest point, so that's good. Huh, it's really weird. Yeah, it's just some sort of piece of plastic. I hope it's not an insulator for a screw or something like that. Or if it is, I hope I cut it off on that piece. See what it looks like on. So it was that end. Let's see what it looks like down there. Flip it over. It's not showing through the top. Let's see if we can see anything over here. There it is right there. Yeah, you can see it. It's right here. So, not really sure what it is. It's interesting though. Hopefully it's not some stupid little plastic thing that holds a screw. So I'll get you back over here. I'll probably put you guys on pause for a second and flip it on its side and get ready to mill it the other way. So far so good. All right, so next pass is going to be right about 19 high. We'll try it there, and then hopefully we can go all the way over with it. If I can keep this as my width, I'm doing good. So in what I kind of want to do right now is I want this dimension this way to be the height of my cant. So if I can, and this dimension this way up and down to be the 12 1/8. So we'll see how that comes out. I think 19 is a pretty safe cut here. Well, I got double nailed there. Let's see what's happened there. There's 1, 2, looks like 3 now, 3 somethings. Almost 4, 5. There's 5 pieces of metal here. Just roach that band. This is what happens when you had to pick this log, right? Had to pick this log. So, give you guys a view there. So it looks like there's some sort of screw. There's a start of something else. There's something big here. I don't even know what it is. Screw and a screw. So I'm going to be down for a while here. I'll show you guys. Have to swap out the bands. That's making me nervous about that piece of plastic in there now. But so looks kind of like a screw. Looks kind of like a screw. There's something here that's definitely a screw. There's something here, I'm not sure, I can't see it. There's something huge here, I don't even know what that is. Looks like almost like the top of a hex head. So I will pause you guys, we'll pull all that stuff out, see what it is, and bring it back. All right, so I did dig out one out of the side too. That was this brass thing here. In these, they did have those plastic insulators around them, so I also dug the insulator out of here. So that's everything that was there. What I am going to try to do, now these, not really sure, they're not stainless steel, so that's good. I'm going to take a look at the band real quick. It did dive down a little bit. It did start cutting like this a little bit. But I've got a brand new band sitting right there. I am going to try to see if I can take a pass with that band. First, I'm going to look at it. Get rid of all this metal. Actually, I'll take you over there and I'll show you the band. Let's go take a look at the band and see what it looks like. I'll get you in close when I see if there's anything like wicked bad on it. If it's wicked bad, I'm going to change it out. Pause you guys and change it out. It's not that bad. Oh, it's wicked bad. Yeah, it's teeth are gone. So never mind with that one. That one's junk. That one's actually not just junk, it's a junk band. All right, I am going to pause you guys because I'm going to put a different band on all together. I don't have a resharp, but I do have the band. I do have the band that this sawmill kicked off the other day. And that was cutting okay. I'm going to put that band on. It's up in the garage. I'm going to grab that band, throw it on here, and see how much cutting I can do. You know what's weird about all this is that if you look how far up the tree it was, well, I guess it was 8, so that's 8.3 from the butt cut up. So that all that was like 10 foot, almost 11 feet up the tree. So that is interesting. So I'm gonna pause you guys. Let me get you over here. Pause you guys, go grab that band and come back and we'll swap the band out. We'll see how much cutting we can do with that other band. All right, so get the other band on, see how far we can cut with the other band. This is the one that got thrown off the other day. And as long as it's not too dull, see if I can clean this off and try it out. I'm gonna have to pause you guys again. I don't have my audio with me. Oh, it's still on, so good. I don't know if you heard that or not. We put the other band on. The band that I threw off the other day that got tossed when the belt came off. We're gonna try that band, see how far we can cut with it. See if we can salvage this bitch. Come down, take a 1-inch piece off the top, and then probably flip it over and see if I can skin the other side. We're going to go as far with this band as we can till I'm confident enough to run a new one. So we're going to go ahead, get ourselves over here, try and get them down 1 inch. Hopefully this band's not messed up. I don't think it is. It was cutting good when it threw off. Didn't really do anything to it. So that's like 19. Let's come down to 17 and 7/8. And we'll try to take a cut and we'll see what happens here. You guys get to see it in real time. Hey, so far so good. I think I might Might take one more board out of that. Let me take some measurements, see if I'm going to take one more out that way. We want 12 inches. Looks like we got plenty. I think I'm going to take one more board out of this side, get rid of some of that wane. So I was at 13 7/8, I think. No, I was at 17 7/8. That should be right there. Yeah. All right, we're going to come down to 16 3/4. Take a pass. Is this going to in any way screw me? I'm going to think about this for 1 second. I want to get to 12, right? So this way is the 13 7/8, which is good. This way I want to get to 12. It looks like I got plenty of room. Let's make sure I'm not going to get in trouble here. I got plenty of room there. Oh, I'm going to be an inch less, so it's a little tight right there. I need at least 13 1/8. Yeah, I get it there. I think I'm safe to take one more board off. This band's actually cutting pretty good, it feels like. And we'll go all the way over with it. Try to get it to 12 1/8 wide. And we'll cut it in half. So far, so good. Didn't mess up a whole lot here. Pretty good plank. I can get 2 boards out of this. That band is actually cutting excellent. Throwing it off did nothing to it. It's cutting beautiful. So I'm going to keep running with that one for now. I'm going to run that one till it bucks me, just in case. I don't want to have any more metal issues today. I certainly don't want to shit this whole cant, I'll tell you that. Come on. I would have never expected metal up in this log where it was. Never. So our goal, I need to cut it in half. Need to get it to 12 this way, 12 1/8. And then flip it on its side and cut it in half. No. I need to get it to 12 1/8 and then drop down to 6 and cut this in half. Then I can throw it on its side and mill the whole thing out. So I want to get these stops right now somewhere less than 6. So I'll put them down to 4. That way I know I can't hit them. That way I can't hit them. And we'll still be able to roll it when time comes to roll it. And then we'll flip it on its side and try to mill it out into 1x6s. And we should end up, if I did this right, with 24 out of this. Out of this. Plus what I get out of here and out of that. So I'm going to end up with over 30. I'll cover my 60 with no problem. So I'm going to come down to what I want to do is what I want to do is make a mark at 12 1/8 and then come up in inch increments to mark out on this end where I'm going to cut. You know what? I'm going to bring you down here and show you how I do that, because I always talk about it and I never show you what I'm doing. So let's show you what I'm doing. It's 41 minutes. It's probably just going to be just about an hour to do this whole log, even with the, well, with the metal. So let me show you what I'm doing here. Get you up here. It's going to be loud. Well, here. There you go. That'll kind of, I can explain it from here. So I'm going to go to 12 1/8 because that's where I want to finish at. And then I'll drop down to 6. But we're going to go to 12 1/8. We're going to come in. We're going to make a mark right here. There's my bang thing again is back. Okay. Then I'm going to go up 1 inch. So that's to 11. No, I'm sorry. I was 12 1/8 to 13 1/4. We're going to do it again. So that's 2 more. And just looking at the log, I think I can get 1 more. So I'm going to come up to the next mark, which is going to be 14 3/8. And that's where I'm going to take it off. And I need to know what the hell that is. Alright, so that's 14 3/8. There's nothing in this, it's too thin in the middle. And then the next one's going to be 13 1/4. That's going to yield us at least 1, maybe 2 boards. 13 1/4. Goes right back in the slot. And the next one's going to be a 12 1/8. Get this board up. Actually, I can just drop down and do it right now. And then I got to cut it down at 6. Do it right now while you guys are right here. Right back in the slot. And then we're going to come up 2 inches, come back, and we'll see if we're clear at 6 inches down. It's 6 inches off the deck, and cut it in half. And I'm working off my outside scale on this. So it's not clear. I got to take 1 board off. Actually, might as well take them both off. These will all get edged out afterwards. Still cutting beautiful. It's cutting really nice and flat. I know there's going to be some noise over here, but I'll give you a look at this on the way by. You don't need to see me do it from there again. So I'm using the outside scale, which is how far I am off the bunks. I'll throw my hand in here for scale. It's cutting gorgeous right now. And I'll just take a measurement quick to make sure that I didn't screw up, and hopefully I didn't. I should be something around 13, and I need 12 and 11/8. Sorry, 13 and 3/8 this way minimum. Yeah, and I've got 13 and 7/8, so that's good. That means that I can cut off some of the damage on this side. So I'm going to cut this right in half at 6 inches. That should give me 2 6-inch cants. I've done a good job of keeping it centered. That's right down the pith. It's 6 inches up, 6 inches to the top. Perfect. Cut that right in half, and then we'll roll it up, and my waist cut, which is that difference between the 3/8 and the 7/8, so a ½ inch will be on the top where I took out this metal and shit on the side. Should work out perfect. Oh my God, 4 inches from the end. 6 inches from the end, I'm stuck. Oh. Whatever I hit is hard too. If I could get the band free, I could try to cut through it. This is bad. This is going to ruin this whole thing for me. Damn it. It's got the band stuck. All right, see if I can free up the band. Wow. Damn it. Oh boy, I don't know what I'm going to do right now. It hit something and it caught the band hard. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to take the band off. Shit. One piece of metal. It's going to screw up. All I had to do was make it the last 6 inches and I would have been perfect. All I had to do was cut through that and it would be perfect. Damn it. Wow. Yep. So let's take the band off. Hopefully we can get it out. I'll have to throw some wedges in the log, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do at that point. I'm going to guess that it's right near this chunk of shit right here that I cut out. I want to pull it backwards. Oh man, that is stuck, and I don't have enough I don't have enough log. I'm gonna have to try and beat it out of here. I don't have enough log, shit, to make up for this. See if I can snap my my channel locks on it. I mean my vice grips on it. See if I can pull it. I think all I have to do is get it backwards a little bit, and I think it'll come out. It's right where I pulled out a piece of metal too. Wow. That is stuck. Holy shit. I don't have the length. I don't have the length to make up for this. See if I can, man, I can't believe that stuck that good. I've never had this happen before. It's gonna fucking destroy this band. Wonder if I can beat it backwards. Oh, it's moving. I got it. It moved. I don't want to destroy the band. It's got no teeth knocked off it or anything. Oh, come on. I don't want to put any kinks in it. So it's dulled it for sure. This is one little spot right here where it's dull. If I can get it out, I will put it back on, and I think I will come down to this spot. It's moving. Okay, moved. I think I'll try to mow through whatever's in there. If I could see it, that would be great, but I can't. Okay. So whatever I hit, I'm out of it. I'm gonna beat my axe into the kerf down the end down here. See if I can split the kerf up a little bit to wedge it open a little. Yeah. See if I can get it out. Okay, got it open. Let's see if I can move the band now. Don't want to run into anything. Get my saw head out of the way. See if that's enough to move it. Oh, yep. Hold up. We got something going on. Yep. Okay, got it coming. Try and get myself in a better position here to do this so I don't smack myself in the face with it. Come on. God damn it. This band's still pretty sharp. Still just cutting the shit out of me. Now, if I can hold this open with my hammer, I can take the hatchet out. Get this the rest of the way. All right. So you can see some damage to the teeth. So the problem here is that I need to finish this cut. If I can finish the cut, I can pull out whatever's there. I can't see what it hit. So if I'm going to put my destroyed band back on. This band is not destroyed. This band can be sharpened. So I'm going to put my destroyed band back on, the one that I just wrecked. And I'm going to get it in the kerf. And I'm going to get it down there. Start spinning it about get it spinning about 4 or 5 inches away from here and go real slow and see if whatever's in there I can cut through it. So let's try that. This band is garbage. This band, I'll show it to you. This band, it took the teeth right off it. So I don't know if you can see. See how it took the top of the teeth right off it there? Now there is still some spots where it's got teeth, which is good. But these cannot be sharpened out. This is actually junk. So I am going to put this back on. We're going to try to see if we can cut through whatever's there real slow. These teeth are hardened. There is a chance that this will work, and if it does work, we're gold. And we can pull out whatever I cut into and hopefully get this thing. We need this to get this into a cant. Huh. I definitely have to move that ceramic back too on that side. So let's go ahead and tension up. Okay, I don't really even really so much care about the tracking. Just I'm gonna want to put this in up here so I can hold the kerf open just to get in it. I know it's 6 inches, but we'll try to work our way down. Put the covers back on. I'm not gonna put the blade guard on. And hopefully, now the rest of this log that I had such high hopes for, I am going to wand before I cut it. Come on, what the hell? What the hell is holding this off? Oh, there we go. Well, you guys are going to get to see pretty much a first for me. This is the first time I've ever had to do this. And let's just cross your fingers and hope that whatever's in there is nothing more than what I've cut through so far. Because if it's nothing more than anything I've cut through so far, I'll get through it. If I get through it, I can save this log. If I can't get through it, I wasted 30 bucks. And my guides are still good. I wasted 30 bucks and all for nothing. So what we're going to do is we're going to come right to 6 inches, just like I was. We're going to slide down inside the kerf here. Should go right inside. Yep. I'm going to take out my axe, put it on the other side. There's use my hammer just to keep this spread so I can get all the way down there. Get my axe out. Just going to stick this axe in this kerf just to keep it open while I go down there. Hopefully this thing doesn't just like explode and go in a million pieces. You'll see it if it does. All right, let's fire up and see what happens. All we can do is destroy this band more. So I want to stop like just before that cut. I want to get this spinning. Go real slow. Okay, so the good part is I'm through it. The bad part is that the band's not going to cut anymore. So I got to take this out, put a new band on, and cut it out. And then make sure when we put the new band on, let's see if I can get it spinning. Go real slow backwards and keep it spinning. I wonder if I could go real super slow and finish this off. So I have a nail strike. I'm going to pause you guys again because I know you're going to want to see what this is. I've got a nail strike band. Hour and 4. I'm going to pause you guys again. I'm not going to leave you without showing you what this is. I've got a nail strike band up in the garage. I'm going to go grab that to finish this cut. All right, I'm going to bring you around the other side. I got the nail strike band on. This should be enough to finish it. We're past the screw. I felt it bump over the screw or whatever it is. And what happened was the band dove real bad right here, so I can't go any further because the guides are holding it because it dove. I'm going to get it fired up and I should be able to cut this out. Hopefully it doesn't destroy any of the boards. All right, cool. So let's get this out of the way. And let's see what we hit. Nail strike band wasn't too bad. So we're gonna have to get whatever it is out of both sides of it. This is just about ruining my day right now. Get this axe out of here. I don't think it did any damage to anything as far as dimensions go or anything like that. It's something pretty good size. I'll show you in a second. I don't want these to fall off. Whether this is going to be, it is going to cause a little bit of a weird thing at the end. I might have to, once I take it out, I might have to recut this end here. This one's going to be more narrow. See if I can get them both flipped on their side without this one falling off. Come on. Oh, well, yeah, that's what happened. I went sideways through a screw. That's why it messed up so bad. Hopefully, I'll give you a good look at it in a second. I'll dig it out. Went sideways through a screw. Yep. I don't think, really, we did any more damage than that. No, doesn't look like it. Looks like that's all there was. It was this screw, and we hit it going sideways. So what we got going on here is that this one is 6 inches all the way across. It's actually even a little heavy, and it jumps up to 6 1/4. This one is like a perfect 6, and then it drops off to kind of 6, and no, it's still 6 here. There's just a little teeny dip in it right here. They're not that bad. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. It'll be a part 2. Let's hope that that was all there was there. I think I got the other stuff out. Huh. So we're going to put another new band on. I got to get this one's going to get flipped upright, because I have to cut this shit spot off here. It's where that screw was. It was this hole right here where that plastic thing was. And then this one's going to get flipped upright this way. So I got to flip this one. Stupid tripod is amazing. Get rid of the screw. I got to get this one to flip upright this way. I need a little bit of room. Flip it against myself here. It's amazing that they came out as good as they did. God damn it, slow down. Jesus. The next time you come back, we're going to try to cut through these and turn them into 1x6s. Everything's up on the bunks, nice and even on the top. We'll have a brand new band on. And yeah, I think that's it for part one for the friggin' nightmare. Get all this hardware. Hit all that. Let's hope there's no more in it. If there is, I'm gonna throw the thing away. So for right now, this is gonna be Pirate Solutions out.